Houston, Texas, in the home of the Rice Owls, where we are anticipating a full house of fans who give a hoot. Today, a pair of Pac-12 teams getting set to square off in a game that could have season-long implications. As we'll see, the Utah State Aggies taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Fires left. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground and try to pick up the first. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert 1st downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Quick release on the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah State.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
He'll pull it on the read. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. He'll be stopped short of the line. He needed about 3 more on that one.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The give to the tailback. Nice move there. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Aggies. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. To the air on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Quarterback making checks. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got an open man. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Touchdown, Owls! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Michigan State made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road win. And a victory like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Spartans. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Give to the running back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him?
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve.
There he goes. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. He'll do the rest and make big gains.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes.
Throws toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Owls line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Owls are moving quickly down the field. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Rice.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Rumbles across the 10, down at the 12-yard line after a pickup of 6. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Finds a spot in the middle. Running free. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Utah State. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
21, Rice, 7.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. From the gun, running back gets to give. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Snagged out of the air. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. The pull and throw off the RPO. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those quarterbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Might be calling a hot route. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. He's got it. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Owls moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Pulls it in down the sideline. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Bringing the heat. Headed to the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Great awareness by that defender that time. Seeing the ball thrown, getting his big paw, knocking it down, and now you set up 2nd down.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Touchdown, Rice! Fit it in the window for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Going right to work up top. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. Past the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Aggie!
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. One more snap coming before halftime. From the gun, the running back has it. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best, to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Utah State. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
35, Rice, 14.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back. At the 40, there he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. It's Jefferson. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Quick release by the QB. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The give to the back. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Makes the grab. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one. Rice rushes to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
At the 48-yard line. Now, 4th down.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
The give from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, the ground game. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll go to the ground. Hard running there. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
We reached the break, and Utah State holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One final quarter to play, and a W in the win column at stake as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Got a man in the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position, and here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Liberty is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sparky isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Charlotte. 2 fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Haynes. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And 3rd down is money down. I got to have guys that come up big, and really nice job of understanding where I'm out on the field to make sure I keep that foot in bounds and get the big first down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Complete to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Fires toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.